Our brand new cycle of basic space lands is now available for purchase at www.itresolvesmtg.com. What's going on, guys? Welcome to our very first gameplay with Core Set 2021. I am super excited because we're playing with some of my favorite cards from the new set, in particular Teferi's Tutelage today. This is a bit of a combo deck. This is brought to us by Turn 1 Sol Ring. We're honoring him by throwing his deck in there first. He has built a Dimir kind of control-y but combo deck. Built on Teferi's Tutelage as well as Peer into the Abyss. So the idea is you get this guy out, and then later on you play Peer into the Abyss, targeting yourself, and then every time you draw a card, your opponent has to mill 2. So that's the goal of the deck, is to essentially win off of that. Now, we do have a lot of ways to kind of control the game until we get there. In particular, we've got a lot of removals. So Eliminate is a new card from Core Set 2021. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less. 100% targeting Teferi with this every single time, but there's a lot of other great options as well. Heartless Act, obviously a great one, already kind of a tried and true card. And then, of course, Murderous Rider here to not only get rid of any creature or planeswalker, but also be able to swing in for some damage later on. We do have Extinction Event as a 4-of as well to sweep if we need to. Against a lot of the go-wide decks and even like the Boros cycling decks, this is very good. Thought Erasure, also great in here to pick apart the opponent's hand a little bit, keep them off of their really big spells. Neutralize is very nice as well as a little bit of counter magic or draw, depending on what we need. To be able to interact with what the opponent's doing. In order to draw a few cards, we just have a couple of ops in here. Turn 1 Sol Ring, a little tilted that you put 2 different versions in, but I'm guessing that was either on purpose or and you're just kind of joking around, or by accident. Those are the 2 options. We also have Ashiok at the top end of the curve here as a way to hopefully take over the game and keep things in our favor until we can get to the combo. Now, as far as lands go, we are running 25 of them, which I do think is correct. We do have to get up to 7, so that's quite a bit. 4 Watery Grave, 4 Temple of Deceit, 1 Zagoth Triome, which it's kind of an odd include, but that's fine. It does cycle away, which is, very helpful in certain cases. It does also mill the last couple cards if we need. And then, of course, 9 swamps and 7 islands, and that is it. That is the deck. I have not tried it yet. I am jumping straight in with this one. No, I don't have a lot of super high hopes because it is kind of a slower combo deck. But that being said, it's got a lot of controlling elements, so I feel okay about it. I think we'll do okay. I'm excited to try it out. And Turn 1 Sol Ring, thank you as always. You're the all-star deck builder for our Discord channel and for our channel in general, so I do appreciate it. We've got a lot of other deck suggestions coming as well, so just be aware. Over the next week or 2, we may see quite a bit of suggested decks, not just from Turn 1 Sol Ring, but indeed from a lot of members of our little community. So this is a great hand. We're going to keep it. And we'll lead off on Watery Grave and probably just play out the Thought Erasure then, turn 2, and start picking apart the hand. We can leave up probably Heartless Act. That actually helps because that lets us leave up Neutralize next turn, so I'll certainly be happy to do that. Oh, let's see. Wow, they don't have a lot to do for a while. I'm just going to take this. Sure, we'll take that. We do need this eventually. I don't know if we need it right away. We don't need it right away for sure, but I don't know that it's correct to leave it on the top there. But we'll see. We'll figure that out. I'm not super worried about it. Here we just get to counter something if they do have anything to play, and if they don't, then great. I am going to leave the counter in hand, though, given we know what they have. Because they do have some powerful stuff, so it's going to be pretty important to be able to counter something here. And that's fine. They get this back on top of their deck. That's good. Yeah, we're just doing the most here. Obviously, we get to counter something this turn, which is quite good. Do we care enough about that? No, we don't. We'll let that land, and we can just kill that. We care more about either the Liliana, and really the Liliana is not like the biggest thing for us, but really the Cavalier of Night is a bit frustrating. Here they get to sacrifice this, and that's fine. Don't particularly care, to be honest. Very, very excited about these new cards, though, and I really hope we can get this combo to work. Oh, there it is. Guys, we might be able to do it. Okay, so the question becomes, do we do this now? Or do we leave up Neutralize? I kind of think we have to leave up Neutralize because they do have a Lily coming. I don't want to, but we're going to leave this up. I would love to be able to just, you know, go for it here, but I don't think we can. I will leave that on the field. That's fine. Don't particularly care about that. That I think this is kind of silly, but now I think we will counter this, only because there's constant value gaining there. I'd much rather, we do need to start getting this stuff out here, so let's do this. And draw a card, then discard a card. So let's get rid of Extinction Event here. They get to mill 2. Temple is a great draw because it just means we can ensure that we get to play what we need to play. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We need an untapped land. Like, that helps us get there, but we do need an untapped land. So let's do this. We're risking a little bit here, but I do think it's kind of worth it. We're going to put it on the bottom. We really need an untapped land. Yes. Okay, next turn. Theoretically, we can do this. We're milling some great stuff, too. Okay, so spell phase second. When you do, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure they can't deal with the Teferi's tutelage. That's the important thing. That's very, very crucial in this matchup. That's fine. Don't care. 100% don't care. All right, look. If we can do this, I'm so stoked if we can do this. Okay. Target ourselves. Does it work? Now they mill 2 every single time. Yes! Game 1! Guys, we got to do the thing. Is it enough to actually kill them, though, is the question. I'm not counting. Good game. Yeah, it's enough. It's more than enough. Whew! Guys, it's working. I am loving this. This is hilarious. This is such a me kind of deck. Like, 100%. Turn 1 Soul Ring, you nailed it, my friend. You often do, but man, this is perfect. This feels so terrible to do, though, to somebody. Oh, I love it. There are going to be decks that this doesn't work against, but this isn't one of them. So, I feel good about that. Discard 17 cards. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Let's just pick some cards. Oh, that was already one that we had selected. That one wasn't. This is the struggle, is you have to discard all your stuff. Woo! We did it! Yes! If we don't win another game, I am perfectly fine. That was exactly what we wanted to do. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. I do have to jump off for like 2 seconds. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Just had to jump off for a quick second, but we are back. Finished game 1, and I love it. Let's jump into game 2. Guys, it worked. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped that that worked so well. Turn 1 Soul Ring, man. You know how to build them. I really appreciate the suggestion. This is such a my alley kind of thing. Oh, I love stuff like this. So fun. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more wins with it. We've now accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, though. I will say that. So, like, anything else at this point is gravy. Oh, our frame rate's dying. Hold on. Let's jump into a new game. The frame rate issue is one that I am very aware of, as you probably understand if you've been here for a little while. It's a little frustrating, but we try and power through the best way that we can. That was actually a good, decent, keepable hand, but It is what it is. All right. Really, let's jump into game 2 this time. And see if we can get another combo off. I really like this combo. I feel like there's a lot to it. Yeah, this is a nice little interactive hand. We've got some instant speedways to deal with stuff, some Extinction Event action going on, and a couple of temples here to lead us off if we need to. Yeah, feeling pretty good. We need a Teferi's Tutelage pretty early would be great. And then, of course, Knights. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and scry. I'm going to put that one on the bottom. Really looking for the Tutelage at this point. The earlier we get that down, it seems the better. And we are kind of lacking in the 3-drop department at the moment. So, you know, be great to get one down, and that way we can get it early. And then at that point, it's literally just once we get the Abyssal Event, or the Abyss, peer into the Abyss. That's the one. As soon as we get that, we can kind of just go for it. Against a deck like this, we just have to be really, really careful about conserving our life total, I think is the most important thing here. Thankfully, we've got a couple of instant speedways to deal with things. We will need to use the Heartless Act on something like the Venerable Knight instead of whatever it puts the counter on. So we do have to be a little vigilant in the way that we do this, but that's fine. We can do that. Excuse me. Opponent maybe timing out. We'll see. I hope they're not. I hate when this happens. I don't know if this... I try and give people the benefit of the doubt, especially given that, you know, we're in a position now with a new update and everything like that. Like, it's very easy to run into client issues and stuff like that. So I'm not necessarily blaming the opponent. But occasionally that can happen where the opponent does it just because, you know, they know they've lost the game or something, and so they just wait it out. I think that's such a bad way to play. Please don't ever do that. I think just generally that's bad sportsmanship, and you know, the game's about having fun, and if you're not having fun playing the game and you're to the point where you get so tilted that you decide just to leave the game, that should say a lot about maybe you shouldn't be playing the game at that point. Not saying you shouldn't quit the game, or not saying you should quit the game. I'm saying maybe you just need to take a step back and then revisit. Because I do think, you know, everybody gets to that point sometimes, but you got to be very, very respectful of other people, and especially other people's time when they're just trying to have fun and play a game. You can't be doing that to people. That's not very nice. Be nice to people. What's wrong with that? Oh, all right. It does look like they're timing out, though. We're going to do this. I mean, we're going to play it like they're not until we know they're not. That's one thing that you should always do, but we'll do this. Yeah, we'll keep that. Again, play like they're still there just in case, but like this definitely feels like a timeout situation. I'm not going to concede just because to be honest, not to be a prude about it, but I don't want to lose the record if I don't have to. But you know, it is what it is. I know I concede a lot due to frame rate, but I'd rather concede due to frame rate than something like this. So we'll see. I hope you guys are excited for these new content or these new gameplay videos with a lot of new cards coming out. I think this is going to be really, really fun. This highlights some really cool ones, which I'm really enjoying. Unfortunately, we're not getting to see it this game, but we did get to see it the first time, and that's really important. Oh, this sucks. Come on, guys. I hate when this happens. They probably just like timed out and then quit. Or they like ran into a, you know, network issue and then quit, which... like, I get it. That just sucks. All right, there we go. There we go. Couple things I want to announce. We'll consider whether or not to count that, by the way, at the end. Depends how long this next game goes. With this deck, it kind of can go long, and I'd rather get a lot of different videos up today, given that there are a lot of different decks I want to play. But one thing I just want to mention really, really quickly, I don't want to harp on it too long. If you're not a patron already, or if you've not checked out our Patreon, I just want to encourage you to do so. One thing I want to make sure is very, very clear, though. I in no way am saying, hey, you need to spend money on us. Absolutely not. Don't feel like you have to in any way, shape, or form. We're going to keep doing this content because we just love doing this content. So that's long story short, that's the end of it. But if, and only if, you feel very strongly like you want to support what we do in a more direct way, we do have opportunities for that. And most recently, we've kind of incorporated 2 new tiers for that. And we certainly, you know, if that's something you want to do, we would really appreciate it. But please don't feel like you have to. Kind of don't like the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, but I also don't like Tristani. Let's hit Tristani. Yeah, we'll keep that. We can counter some things and see how things go, but maybe that was incorrect. Maybe we should have just hit the Elspeth Conqueror's Death because it's a little bit more difficult for us to deal with, but we'll leave this up. And we can just neutralize whatever they do this turn. Yup. Killing it. I'd rather just not even deal with the cards, so that's why I'm neutralizing it. And we pass here again. We'll see what they do. I don't really know what they're going to want to do. Looks like nothing, which I'm kind of okay with. We still need a Teferi's Tutelage. Once we get that, we've got the Peer into the Abyss, which is going to be super helpful. We'll just pass turn here. We are a little bit subject to the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, so if we can get a 6th land to play Teferi's Tutelage as well as neutralize in 1 turn, that's going to be pretty helpful. Or we can just do this and make them play the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, which is pretty likely. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get a little creature action going. Chances are they're just going to play the Elspeth here. Yep, and that gets it out of hand, which is totally fine with me. And for the record, we've got another Ashiok, so like that doesn't really matter to us. Ooh. Ooh, guys. Okay, but let's do this. We'll just attack here. Okay. We're kind of attacking on a different axis here, and I don't know if that's 100% correct, but I'd like to be able to leave up Teferi's Tutelage with a counterspell, if we can help it. We'll see if we can do that or not, though. Not 100% sold. Either way, man, I do like this deck. I mean, it's got the answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're kind of fine. Okay. Let's just get rid of that. Then they have to exile a card from their hand, and that just allows us to keep attacking in. Get 2 more cards exiled. 4 more, excuse me. This, and let's play the Tutelage now. Because if we do draw an untapped land, oh, we did. Good. We'll get rid of a Murderous Rider. Now they have to mill 2. So next turn we can win. Theoretically. Hopefully, at least. Man, I love this deck. This deck is so fun. Turn 1 Soul Ring, you may have just created my new favorite deck. I love mill decks. Soft spot in my heart for a good mill deck. That's fine. You can have a Tristani. Don't super care at this point. Yep. Don't care at all. The important thing for us was to conserve our life total, which we did. They're playing a Locket? What? Why? That is not a good constructed card. Like 100%. That's a bad card. Alright. Land. Me. Do the thing. And here we go. Oh, this just warms my heart. It just warms my heart, guys. Yeah. It just makes me so happy. I'm speechless. We've pulled this off twice now. Sorry for the frame rates, but the game itself is going a little slow. Yeah. I just like watching the number tick down. 6, 4, 2, 0. And you know, we won't even worry about this. We'll just end the turn. We'll not make it super terrible for them. I hate this part though. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there we go. And we win. Guys, this deck is sweet. Okay, all right. So because we're coming up on the 20, we're almost at 22 minutes now. I think I'm gonna end this one here. I know we kind of got gypped on that second game. I do apologize, but we are technically, I'll say 2 for 2 on wins. We'll count the second one as more of a draw, but we're killing it. This deck is sweet. Turn 1 Soul Ring, thank you so much. This is an awesome deck. I really do appreciate the suggestion. Again, if anybody else would like to suggest a deck, you certainly can do so. Again, Discord link is down below, so just check that out. We've got a channel dedicated to it. We'll summarize this deck after video 2, so do stay tuned for that. But man, am I loving this one so far. I'm so stoked. Thank you again for the suggestion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon in part 2.